The film starts with a girl named Lisa, who was going somewhere on a deserted road. Suddenly, two goons who had covered their faces catch Lisa and forcefully take her with them in a van. Then, after regaining consciousness, they brought her to a jail where the cells were very small. And now, when Lisa regains consciousness, she finds herself tied to a chain. Through the chain, there was an iron collar tied to her neck, which means she was tied here like a dog. The dog was tied up like a dog, which is also the name of this film, Like Dogs, because some doctors were doing experiments here. She was tying all of them up like dogs and checking their behavior. And here they will also be treated the same way as dogs are treated. Now here Lisa found herself and got very scared. She doesn't understand what to do. She started screaming loudly, and there was no one to listen to her. When she came out a little, her eyes went to the window next to her, where a man was standing. He was already a jailer here. He had his eyes on Lisa, but he didn't come in after hearing her scream. Seeing her, Lisa got scared and quickly came back inside. She lies there in tears. Now in a short while another man came here, who brought food for her. But we saw that this food was not for humans, but dog food, which dogs eat. Lisa also started trying to talk to that man. She asks him for help, but he points at her hand and says, "Shut up, don't say anything, because dogs don't speak." Lisa says, "I have to go to the washroom, please take me with you." The man points at her and says, "We have made your bathroom in this cell. There is a little land to dig, do it there. Other than that, you can't go anywhere from here." Saying this, he left from here, and Lisa, without eating anything, stays there. Then the lights there went off, and now Lisa goes to sleep. In a little while, another man brought food here, and when he saw the first plate of food, he also picks it up and takes it from there. And this night he had to sleep hungry. The next day, another girl comes to give food. But this time she kept the food plate far away from the cell. But because now Lisa was not able to tolerate hunger, she thinks about eating food. But because the plate was far away, she puts the plate on her feet and starts eating quickly, as if she hasn't eaten for so many days. Then a man's voice came, who was tied in a cell in this room, and he was screaming for help. Now when the lights there went off, Lisa starts hitting the plate hard on the wall. She was also screaming for help, but suddenly she felt dizzy and fainted, because they had mixed something in this food. Lisa had a dream in a state of unconsciousness, in which she was with a friend, and they were spending time together. The next day, Lisa is released from the building to a place like a field, and there it was announced that Lisa is in Chennai now. There was a bar of people around the fence. Lisa thinks that she will cross the fence and go there and run away from here, but as soon as she starts running, suddenly her neckband starts to tighten on its own. She came near the fence, and as soon as she touched the fence, there was current in it, which hits Lisa hard, and she falls there and falls unconscious. The next day when she regains consciousness, then she finds herself tied in her cell again. With her, the dogs were being saluted so much that she was shaking her like a dog. Now Lisa heard a man's voice in the room again. Now it turns out that she is tied to Lisa's cell, whose name is Adam. He was also kidnapped and kept here like Lisa. He was being treated like a dog with her. Adam now tells Lisa that I am making a plan to get out of here, about which I am thinking day and night. His words were going on. Then a man brings food, and like dogs, went in front of him and shouted. Adam refused to eat the food and said, "Don't eat, because they have mixed drugs in the food, because of which either we go unconscious, or our mind is not in the right place. We do the wrong things." After hearing this, Lisa says, "Whatever it is, we will have to eat, otherwise we will die of hunger." After saying this, she started eating. But because Adam was not eating, that's why a man brings the current rod, and both of them are connected to the current, which makes them unconscious. But whoever comes to their senses, they see that now we are a little closer. They both started talking to each other, and start telling each other about themselves and their families, which makes their mind a little lighter. In a little while, a man or food came, which Lisa starts eating, and also tells Adam to eat. "Nothing will happen to me, I am also in front of you." After listening to Lisa, he also starts eating. Obviously, he started getting drunk again, and he becomes unconscious again. This time too, Lisa sees her other friend in her dream, of whom she was very close. After seeing this dream, her eyes open again, and now she sees that we are closer than before, where we started talking after coming very close. Adam says, "We will have to run away from here somehow, otherwise these people will make us dogs." After listening to this, Lisa came very close to him. She says, "Until this bandage is tied around our neck, we cannot run away from here." Now he sees them so close. He says, You two stay away from each other. Do not touch each other at all. That is, your bodies should not touch each other at all. After hearing this, Adam steps back because of fear, but Lisa tells him to be quiet. I am not afraid of you. After hearing this, he gets angry with Lisa, and he activates the bandage around her neck. The bandage was tightened, which strangled her neck and made her unconscious again. In a short while, Lisa regained consciousness, after which a girl came to give her food here. As soon as the food was given to her from the road, Adam grabs the road and turns the girl towards himself. He throws her down and hits her head with the plate, which made her unconscious there. He takes the keys from the girl and unlocks his and Lisa's bandage. After which he tells Lisa to get up. Let's run away from here. After hearing this, she says, it's not possible. We can't run away from here, because there are cameras everywhere. On which Adam doesn't listen to her and says, nothing will happen. Come with me. And as soon as he starts taking Lisa with him, Lisa attacks him with the plate, which made him unconscious. After doing this, she says her code word through the cameras, so that others understand that it is pineapple pizza. After listening to this, some doctors came here, from whom we learn that Lisa is also a doctor, who is with them in this experiment. Lisa's two more companions also come here. One of them was a surgeon, and the other was a girl doctor, who was Lisa's friend. Now Lisa asks the surgeon, what were you mixing in the food, which I used to have such strange dreams? On which he says, nothing. I was just mixing sedatives like always. After that, it seemed clear to him that he was lying. Then Lisa says, leave these things, and first of all, turn off the fans, and then turn on the light, so that I can achieve my goal. Now here we also got to know that apart from Adam, there were many other boys brought here, but they were willing to become part of this experiment. They were also banned in different small cells, and they were getting money to do this, except Adam because he was really kidnapped and brought here, and everything was going against his will. Actually, Lisa saw Adam for a while, who liked him at first sight. That's why she planned that, since we are doing this experiment. So I and Adam also become a part of it. I will ban both of them in the government cells so that we can live there and help each other. Where Adam also gets to love me along with me, after which we can run away from here and always be happy, because she knew that this will be my plan. But Adam will find everything to be true. Now the surgeon gets a call from her boss, who was running this dog experiment. She says that the camera that Lisa has banned should be turned on immediately, where Adam is locked up, for which Lisa asks for 10 minutes, because the boss only knew that Lisa is a part of this experiment for Adam. She didn't know that now Lisa is free, and has come here and Adam has been kidnapped in the camera. The boss couldn't see the scene when Adam tried to run away because Lisa had banned him. Lisa attacked him, and he didn't know everything, and now Lisa is full. She eats and goes back to the small cell, and now she had turned on the camera. The next day when Adam regained consciousness, he told Lisa that you are mine, and you have freed yourself. Then how are we trapped here again? On which Lisa said that nothing like this has happened. We were never free, maybe you must have seen a dream. After which they were released from the building, and now these two started moving forward together, during which they had a good talk. When these people came to the fans, because when Adam put his hand on the fence, nothing happened to him. He told Lisa that if we go to the other side of the fence, then it is possible that the signals of the ropes may not work there, after which we will be free, we will be able to run from here. So that's why she climbs the fence and goes to the other side, and as soon as she starts running, the band gets activated, which now starts to tighten, which starts to choke her throat. Now Adam was moving forward, but Lisa falls there, and because Adam could not leave her alone, so he stops his help, and now slowly, he started going to her. That is, to some extent Lisa's plan was working. Adam was getting closer to her. Now to punish Adam, the surgeon gives him an injection, due to which Adam started seeing strange things, such as the surgeon sees him in the form of a demon, due to which he got very scared, starts screaming loudly. Now the surgeon does the same with Lisa. He also gives her this injection, where she is lost in a dream as always, and this time she finds herself with another friend there. Lisa's doctor friend sees that all the cameras near the cells of Lisa and Adam have been turned off. Seeing this, she suspected the surgeon that either he is giving her any drugs or doing something to her. So she went to check with the guards, sees that Lisa and Adam are in the operation room, but she was in a strange condition, so she came back to her cells and turned on the cameras. Now, when the surgeon came back, he turned on the cameras and saw that Lisa and Adam were in their cells, and he started asking questions about it. Lisa's friend's suspicions about it changed into belief, and she tells all this to her boss. After hearing this, the boss comes here and says, "Stop this experiment right now, because if anything happens to anyone, if someone's life is lost because of this drug, then all of us will go to jail." After which she went to Lisa and said, "I know that it is your responsibility to give drugs to yourself and everyone." She gets very angry and says, "Now you have to stop all this." After saying this, she asks for Adam's file, on which Lisa laughs and answers, she doesn't have any file. In fact, he was kidnapped and fed here for me. After hearing this, the doctor got very angry at her, that you are doing all this against her will. And now she tells Lisa to stop this experiment. Otherwise, she will report Lisa to the police. After hearing this, Lisa grabs her boss's neck and press her to make her unconscious and put her in the freezer. Then she tells the surgeon and her friend through the cameras that the boss has left. After saying this, she goes to them and tells them, "Now we can continue this experiment instead of stopping it. Because the boss has left, maybe he will come back." Or her friend tells her that Adam has also started loving you. "So soon, your plan will be successful." After hearing this, Lisa is happy. And now her friend ties her back to where she was before. When Lisa comes to Adam's senses, she says that we will run away from here tonight. There. The surgeon knew that Lisa had locked the boss in the freezer room, so he goes there and checks. Here she was getting frozen, and her condition was very bad. The poor girl asks the surgeon for help, but instead of helping her, the surgeon throws a heavy box on her, which made her head hurt, and she dies in such a painful way. Lisa's friend was following the surgeon for a long time. He was suspicious that he was doing something wrong. There, Lisa was talking to Adam, and she was trying to make him fall in love. Suddenly, the lights turn off here, because Lisa's friend had turned off the main switch. And now, when she went to the freezer room, seeing the boss's corpse there, she was very scared. She started screaming loudly, because the corpse was in such a bad condition. Even then, the surgeon comes and puts his hand on her mouth and makes her shut up. He says that, "Calm down. And Lisa has done all this, not me." After saying this, he gives her an injection and makes her unconscious. There, Lisa had the keys to the pen, from which she opens the lock of her and Adam's pad, and says to run away from here quickly. Adam asks her, "How did you get these keys?" Lisa makes him shut up and starts running away from here. But the surgeon sees them through the cameras. He locks the bandage around their neck and activates it. He starts pulling it, and they both fall unconscious. After doing this, the surgeon ties Adam and Lisa's friends to each other. When he comes to his senses, Adam asks her about Lisa and where she is. Lisa tells him that we experiment on humans here like animals, and Lisa is also with us in this. She liked you. That's why she kidnapped you and made you part of this experiment, so that you and she stay together and you fall in love with her. After hearing this, Adam says in surprise, "What are you talking about? Your brain is fine, and I don't believe these things." Now Lisa's friends remind her of the time when Adam had released them, but Lisa didn't. She knocked him out of the plate and made him unconscious. Now after hearing this, Adam is convinced, and from now on he starts hating Lisa. Lisa was watching everything through the camera. She got scared because she couldn't do anything. The reason was that the surgeon had tied him separately. Lisa told him that I have to meet Adam right now. But before going there, the surgeon took her to a room where all the boys were tied up in different cells. All of them were Lisa's friends. So here we found out that Lisa is a psycho crazy girl who used to change the names of the boys and trap them in the web of her love. And now she liked Adam. He brought her here with the other boys and locked her up to make her part of the experiment. Because she is a psycho, she can think of anything. The dog's mullah experiment was her plan, because she believed that there was no difference between humans and animals. She chose her friends, these boys, because it was difficult for her to trap the rest of them. And it was not going to happen that she wanted to live with Adam for the rest of her life, because she couldn't live with a boy because of her mental disorder. Just now the surgeons told her that, "Lisa, I did all this for you." "Yes, for you, because I love you too much." He asks her to marry him here, that we become one. Because our pair is perfect, we are made for each other. You are a psycho and so am I. But because Lisa always considered him her friend, she refused to marry him. After which the surgeon takes him to the freezer room, where he was his corpse, because he wanted to tell him that I have done a murder in your love. After telling him, he takes him to the room of Adam and Lisa's friend, and gives him a tab in his hand, on which there was a button with the name of Adam and his friend. He says that you can only save one of these two. Now Lisa thinks here what to do because now Adam knew the whole truth, so now he hated Lisa. Then she thinks that my friend told her all these things, so she presses the button of her friend to kill him, but nothing happens to her friend. In fact, the tab of Adam's street was activated, and there was a red light going on because the tab was shrinking. The reason was that the surgeon had given the button. Seeing this, Lisa refuses to do this to the surgeon, and also says that you can do whatever you want with me. On which the surgeon tells her the truth that whatever I want to do with you, I have done it many times. It is revealed here that the dreams that you used to have when you were unconscious were not dreams, but the truth. And in reality, I was there. Whatever happened to you in your dreams, I used to do it all, to take advantage of you in the state of unconsciousness. And now Surgeon Adam Smith activates the tabs of the rest of the people here, because of which all the sufferings of them become real. Because the surgeon wanted me to erase all the evidence from here. And then Lisa and I left here to settle down. But now Lisa activates her own tab to take her own life. But seeing this, the surgeon opens her tab. Then Lisa acts unconscious. Seeing this, as soon as the surgeon came near her to breathe, she cuts her cherry. And now she ran away with her friend. These two went to a different place and hid. But the surgeon saw Lisa, and because he was angry with her now, he tries to hit her with a rod. But Lisa kicks him and runs away from here. She came to a room and hid. But then the surgeon also came here, who caught her. He started strangling her to kill her. But here Lisa's friend was also hiding. She attacks him with a weapon on his chest, from which he becomes injured and unconscious there. When he regained consciousness, Lisa took his life. She ties a bandage to his neck and activates it and takes his life with great mercy. Now here Lisa's friend felt that everything was fine. But with the same weapon, Lisa also attacks her friend's cherry, because she had to take her revenge. Why did she tell Adam the truth? She didn't want to leave any evidence here. After which she makes her appearance like her friend. That is, she puts on her spectacles, wears her clothes and goes out like this. Because no one knew her friend outside, and she set this whole place on fire. After which Lisa kept moving forward in her madness. She had a devilish smile on her face, and now she doesn't know and how many people she will destroy by doing experiments in her madness. And with this film ends here.